What's going on, guys? Andy and Randy here with G4 Outdoors, and today we have a lot of videos. We are shooting today, multiple guns, a couple little cool accessories, and maybe a vlog style video. But right now we're gonna get into this Remington 597.
I was half-baked on the plane the whole way to Denver, wondering when the hell I'd ever get back home. Missed another night of sleep again. I catch up, it's still I'm alright. Just doing what I've always done, all for the love of guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
This is a 10-round 22 long rifle. Came with a stock Remington scope. I couldn't even tell you if it was good. What happened was I was in Academy Sports, and guys, it's become like one of my new favorite stores, man. I love Academy Sports. It's like a toy store for adults. But I was going there, I think I was looking for like some Senkos or something, and I was going through and I saw this thing on sale for 199 bucks. I'm like, throw it in the cart, man. Let's go.
Scope and gun, right?
Scope and gun, 22. You can't go wrong with 22. It's cheap to shoot. Plus, there was a couple things I was thinking about doing with this gun, and if you guys think it may or may not be cool, let me know. I kind of want to take the plastics off of this and hydro dip it, maybe make it look a little cooler, a little more appealing, and then some point in my child's life when he gets old enough and maybe a little more responsible to do some of this stuff with me, cheap gun that I could pass down. So we're going to let Randy go through and talk about this gun. I don't even know if this thing's ever even been bore sighted, so we're going to try to get it on paper. We're going to try to get it sighted in and do a quick little video on the Remington 597.
All right, like he says, this is the Remington 597. It's a really good platform, a solid gun. It comes with a 3 to 9 by 32 scope on it. It does come with a 10-round double stack magazine for 22 LR. It is composite. I don't believe there's metal feed lips on here, but it is very solidly built, unlike the Savages. This has a major advantage over the Savages. I was sitting here playing with it. The action on it is very smooth, as I consider that just the same as any other semi-automatic 22 action. One thing I did notice as soon as I sat down, I thought that the safety was on when I went to pull this trigger. It's not even going to show up on video. I'm thinking this trigger is somewhere close to 10 pounds. I'm just going to pull it for you real quick. It's a super heavy trigger, and that's why I say it's probably not meant to be a target gun. As far as the trigger goes, I would like to see this gun handed off to a kid, someone that's going to really need trigger discipline, and when they pull this trigger, they're actually meaning to pull this trigger instead of accidentally hitting it. So I can understand the concept of this. As short as the barrel is, I probably would consider this a kid's gun. Also, the price range, a very good entry-level rifle. Even if you wanted to use it as an adult for squirrel hunting, I don't see nothing wrong with that, as long as you're good on the trigger. It's not adjustable or anything like that. So anyways, let's talk about the top of the gun. It does have a kind of a Picatinny scope mount on it, along with some screws on there so that you can put any other scope mount that you want on there. But as this comes from the factory, it's got a really good cheek rise on it, and it's pretty much set up just for taking it right out of the box into the range and getting it going. So anyways, we're going to sight this in for you real quick, and we'll come back at you and tell you how it shoots. All right, well, I'm pretty happy with that. Straight out of the box, this thing at 25 yards is sighted in. It could be, you know, I can move it about a ½ inch. We'll find out when we take it out to longer distances. But one thing that I did also notice while I had this loaded up was the safety. With the heavy trigger and the heavy safety, I'm going to put this all on a kid's level. I'm going to call this a kid's gun, an excellent kid's gun. Like I say, that's the first 10 rounds through the barrel, so you know a barrel needs a little bit of break-in time on a 22. But I'm going to take you down range and show you the first 10 shots. All right, so the first shot, this was the first shot out of the gun, and the rest of them were all right in here. So, you know, 2 inches at 25 yards out of a fresh barrel, I'm gonna call that okay for now. The first shot out of this was the first shot out of the barrel, expected. It's got a lot of stuff to clean up, a lot of stuff to run through. But 2 inches at 25 yards out of a fresh barrel, I'm going to accept that for now. We're going to shoot some more through this and see if anything cleans up on it. So let's take it out further. All right, I've loaded 2 MOA onto the gun, onto the scope for an extra 25 yards. We're shooting out at 50, so here we go. All right, now I'm going to throw you up here onto the phone scope. Probably leave a link in the description to the product review on this. As far as what I'm seeing, I only did a 5-shot group out there, but it did open up a little bit. I'm going to go 2.5 inches. I raised it 2 MOA, and it still stayed on center. The first bullet still flew off to the left. The rest of them are, I don't know, a 1/2 inch off to the left, but they're still staying on target. As far as the 2 inches at 25, it's still opening up at 50 yards, so it's still holding true to the first 10 rounds. So let's reach on out to 100 and see how it holds out there. I'm going to add 8 MOA into that to go from 50 to 100 and see how it does.
That's pretty cool that it actually shoots that good.
Anyways, as you can see, that's a 6-inch target down there. We're talking yay big at 100 yards, and once I adjusted the scope, they fell right into it.
You're just talking elevation.
Yeah.
So everything else, this is 100% off the shelf, out of the box.
Yep.
And this thing's just clapping it.
All I did was I moved 1 MOA to the right, and I adjusted per yardage, and it's held right on. As far as going back and forth and the length of the scope, I don't know anything about that. It's made in China, but it's still trademarked with a Remington. I don't know how good the scope is yet, but
if you're going to put your brand on it, anything that's licensed.
Yeah.
So if you're going to license something, put your name on something. Hopefully, especially a company like Remington, you're going to have faith in whatever the product is.
That's our first day review on it, guys. Andy's going to sit down here and shoot it for a while, try and break it in a little bit. It's running really smooth at 100 yards, like I said. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the overview of this gun, the first round shootings of it.
So like I said in the beginning of the video, I was planning on kind of doing some stuff to this rifle, some kind of goofy things. Maybe hydro dipping the plastic with like some cryptic camo or something like that. So if you guys would like to see a video on that, I was actually thinking about buying some hydro dip, and maybe we would try to hydro dip something like this ourselves. If you guys are interested in something like that in the comments, let us know. But, until next time, like always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to put some more downrange. Claire. What's going on, guys? Andy and Randy back again. Andy and Randy.
Hold on.
Why are we not focused?
Half the cage, couldn't wait to get back on stage. Now I'm alright. Hook me up a little appetite for a whole lot of guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.